Ladies and gentlemen, today we're talking about Social Security and the fact that the money's running out, the money's going away. What should you do? Is it actually sustainable? Is it actually running out? What are the things that you need to be doing to be prepared for if something does change? But what is probably going to happen? And we'll dive into all of this today. So if you're new here, so good to have you. My name is Dallin Hawes. I'm a financial planner who helps federal employees get the most out of their retirement and benefits, and I absolutely love doing it. So let's dive in. Let's address the question right off the top. Is Social Security running out of money? We see these headlines. You may hear from your friends, oh, Social Security's running out. I'm going to take it right now. I'm going to get all the money I can. Is this accurate? Is this actually the sort of strategy we want to be taking? So let's talk about the facts, okay? Why do people say it's running out? And this is why. Over the last decades of the Social Security program running, okay, basically they've built up a trust fund. They've been putting more money into the Social Security system than has been paying out, so they've built up a huge amount of money, okay? However, recently, there's been more benefits being paid out than things are going in, okay? There's been more retirees, and for lots of reasons, but basically there's more money coming out than coming in payroll taxes, okay? And they project by 2035, roughly, it changes a little bit based on how markets and things are doing, but by 2035, they're projecting for that trust fund to be down to zero, okay? However, don't freak out yet, don't freak out. Even if that trust fund, though, they say this explicitly on the Social Security website, even if that's at zero, there is enough coming in every single year in payroll contributions, right? Money coming to the system every single year to fund 75% of benefits forever. Okay, so even if nothing changes, even if no changes to the program are implemented, nothing changes, worst case, by 2035, okay, 75% of benefits are going to be paid out forever, okay? That is what people mean when they say Social Security is running out. So probably not as bad as you thought, okay? Or maybe worse than you thought. I don't know, but this is the facts. This is what is actually going to happen. So here's the deal. What does this mean for you? If Social Security is going to go to 75% at 2035, what should you do? Now, let me start with this. I think the odds that Social Security is actually going to get to this point I think it's very low. It's very low for a couple reasons. Number one, the group that would be most affected by this cut are baby boomers, those that are retiring right in this zone, and they are one of the biggest generations that we have, right? They're one of the biggest voting blocks that control a lot of things that happens in the White House and in Congress, right? Because they control the votes, a lot of them. Okay, so the odds of nothing happening, I think, is very, very small. I think something's going to happen to change this, and this is not honestly the first time we've projected a shortfall. This has actually happened a couple times over the last few decades where they've had to make some tweaks to how Social Security works to make sure this doesn't happen. Okay, this has happened before. Most likely they're going to make a few tweaks, maybe move stuff around, whatever, right? So that they don't have to cut benefit. That is most likely, in my opinion. Again, that's an opinion. We can't see the future. Worst case, though, it goes down to 75% of benefits. Now, what do we say to the argument of, hey, since benefits are going to be cut potentially to 75%, I'm going to take benefits as soon as I can, get as much money out of the system as soon as I possibly can, so I'm not hit with that until much later. And my response to that is, okay, you could certainly think about it that way. I don't blame you for thinking about it that way. However, if you take it earlier, your benefits are going to be smaller, right? The earlier you take it, the smaller your benefits. The later you take it, the bigger your benefits, okay? And 75% of a smaller amount is going to be a smaller amount. 75% of a bigger amount is going to be a bigger amount, right? So honestly, the fact that this is happening probably doesn't change the strategy of what most people should do with Social Security, right? Some people need to delay to have more income or to maybe take care of a spouse if something ever happened to them. There's lots of different reasons to delay, but the fact of this happening probably doesn't change when most people should start Social Security. It probably doesn't. Right? There's some probably nuance there, and maybe there are some reasons, but most of the time it's like, look, find the strategy that makes sense for you. Odds are they're going to fix this shortfall somewhere or another. They've done it a number of times before. Odds are that's going to happen. So don't make a undoable decision based on something that might happen that will impact you negatively for the rest of your life. Taking it early when you really shouldn't is not a good plan, even if they do cut benefits by 25% later. Okay, you want to think of your entire life, your entire plan, what works for you, what works for your spouse. Come up with a strategy and a plan that you're comfortable with, even if this does happen, even if it doesn't happen, right? Because who knows? Guess what? This Social Security running out is certainly a potential issue. Taxes going up is certainly a potential issue. Down markets and wars and things are certainly a potential issue. There are so many things out there that could affect retirements. That's just the facts, okay? I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just saying, look, there's so many things we don't have control over. We don't have to freak out about this specific one. What you can do, though, is build in some wiggle room and some margin into your retirement plan. Because if you're living paycheck to paycheck in retirement, right, pension check to pension check, yeah, anything's going to be stressful. If taxes go up at all, it's going to hurt you. It's going to be stressful. If anything happens in the market, that's going to be stressful. You don't want to be in that position. So guess what? Go into retirement with a great plan, with a good amount of wiggle room, so you're not freaked out about every little thing that might happen. Because I guarantee things are going to change. Things are going to happen. Things are going to affect your retirement. Just a matter if you're prepared or not. Having some wiggle room is the most important thing. So I wouldn't freak out about this. I would just be prepared. Be planning ahead, make sure you got some wiggle room, and you'll be just fine in retirement, okay? So I hope that's helpful. Hopefully that gives you some context of what's going on, and I will see you in the next video.